What's up, guys? Universal Mastery. So in today's video, I'm going to be touching on a very sensitive subject, and it's going to be called Celebrities Who Sold Their Soul and Are Now in the Illuminati. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is I want to dispel the fuck out of this video. So this is pretty much going to be like kind of like an exposing video to most of these fucking people that think they're these like enlightened gurus that talk about, oh, this person's in the Illuminati, this person sold their soul, this person, you know, is controlled by the devil. Okay, first thing that I want to say is I want to let you know who I am. I want to paint a context. I am a practicing black magician, and I find the science in this art, and I see how far this art, I see how powerful this art is that not even our most advanced scientists can really even catch up to. Yet at the same time, it's still all science. All this stuff can be harnessed, it can be proven, and it can be shown, it can be practiced. But there's levels to this that go so far that our science in today's society can't comprehend it. So that's why I practice this art, and I personally find the power in it. I find the liberation, and I feel the groundedness. I mean, I feel like this is what I was called here to do. So, you know, without further ado, let me just go. You know, now that I have the context for who I am, now you're going to hear someone who actually practices witchcraft and their perspective on the Illuminati and on celebrities who have sold their soul. And I'm going to give you a very clairvoyant understanding of what's actually going on. Okay, so you guys are being told that, you know, these people sell their soul and that they're being operated by the devil, and they're pretty much out there to get you to pretty much get you, trap your soul, make you a slave, and then have you go to hell. A lot of you guys think that, or they're putting out content that is of the devil, and that content is meant to distract you from your path, your purpose, and distract you onto a path that won't lead you to heaven and then end up resulting in hell. So the first thing that I want to say about all that bullshit is that, first of all, most celebrities have not sold their soul. Most celebrities, I'll say it again, most celebrities have not sold their soul, okay? There are definitely some celebrities, really advanced ones, that have sold their soul, but let me change the word from selling your soul. Rather, let me change it to making a contract with. Okay? So, I am personally someone who has made a contract with a devil. Okay? I've made a contract with a few devils, actually. And I don't consider myself selling my soul, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling my soul. It's more so I'm making a contract with a certain ancient being to say, hey, look, I really want to achieve these things. I really want to live a life that I came here to live. I really want to empower the ones around me, and I really want to have wisdom and awareness to stop the ones that are against me. I write it out on paper. You know, you can spill blood on it, and that's me saying, this is my commitment to you, blank ancient power, and I'm willing to go through the transformations that you're going to bestow upon me in order to achieve all these things I'm asking for. That is exactly what making a contract with a devil is, okay? With an ancient power. Okay, with an ancient fucking being, so ancient that it's influenced all the belief systems that you have right now. Okay, maybe just think about food for thought. Maybe the beings that you think are the beings that are going to lead you to heaven, what if they were created by these dark beings? Okay, and what if you were being lied to by these higher ups in the government that know what I'm telling you right now? And what if they're trying to distract you to believe that these ancient devils are actually evil, in the sense of they want to just harm you and not help you get better and just distract you? What if I said that was the goal and you fell for it? And because you fell for it, you're not going to reach your highest heights. You're not going to know, these crazy things that I'm sharing with you. Food for thought, guys. Food for thought. So, when people talk about celebrities sold their soul, I'll tell you this for a fact right now. Once again, most celebrities have not sold their soul. Most of them do not have what it takes to sell their soul. You also got to understand this. Not every ancient, devil, not every demon is willing to do that contract with you. You gotta be someone that takes this shit for real. You gotta be someone who's really they have to also see it in you. Like when you write that contract, the things that you want to become, essentially when you're making a deal with the devil, you're automatically saying, unconsciously and subconsciously, like, I want to be more powerful, I want to be more wise, I want to be more aware. If you're not that, if you're not those things, and you're trying to sign a deal just to get a fucking nice car, sometimes they won't even do it. They won't even acknowledge you. And then other times they will, and they'll fuck your entire life up because you just wanted a fucking nice car and you didn't want to have to work for it. You just thought you could talk to the devil and get a nice car. Fucking idiots. It's like saying, like, you're working for a multi-million-dollar company and expect to get the multi-million-dollar paychecks from not doing any work. Like, what the fuck kind of low-class, lazy-ass fucking mindset is that? So, most celebrities they have not sold their soul. A lot of them don't have what it takes. Like, when you sell your soul and when you start making pacts with demons and devils, that's some intense shit. That's some intense shit. Depending, it also depends on what spirits you're making pacts with. But regardless, whenever you're making a pact with, let's say, a Goetic demon, or let's say a devil of any ancient sort, it's going to be intense. There's going to be a level of intensity, meaning your sanity is definitely going to be tested. Your willpower is going to be tested. Your strength is going to be tested. Your emotional well-being is going to be tested on all kinds of levels. All the things that are holding you back are going to flesh themselves up, and you're going to be aware of them, like, forcefully. You're going to know who's not good for your life and who is good for your life, and it's up to you to make the choice, like, should I still go this direction, or should I take the new route that's going to get me to where I want to go? And not everyone has what it takes to do that. And people can get stuck. Like let's say, you make a deal with the devil, right? Let's say you make a contract. And all these things start happening. Like, your sanity literally gets tested. The people that you thought you loved the most, the ones that were your boys or your girls or whatever, you start really seeing how they're holding you back. You start seeing their like vampiric side. You start seeing how they're draining your energy. You start to realize these things because your awareness will be expanded. And you have that choice. Not many people are wise enough to make the choice to actually say, look, you've been my friend for years, and I love you, and I still love you, but I need to do this for me. Not many people have that self-love, that liberation. So, once again, most of these celebrities have not sold their soul. They have not made a deal with the devil. Now, let's talk about the ones who have. The ones that I know for sure have deals with the devil is definitely Jay-Z. I know Jay-Z has somewhat of a contract with Lucifer. I know that for a fact. And it shows, he's definitely one of the most influential artists on this planet. And he does get backlash from other artists. But, I feel like it's a type of backlash that it's them not understanding him. I mean, look at Jay-Z. He's really doing his thing. He literally is a great example of someone who is walking a Luciferian path. You love your family, you love your loved ones, you love your brothers, you love your sisters, you love yourself. Even before all those things, you have to love yourself more in order to love everyone else around you and take care of everyone else around you. And you pretty much tune out everyone else that tells you how you're supposed to live, what you should or how you should act. You don't give a fuck about that. And look at Jay-Z. I mean, he's married to one of the most powerful women that on earth, Beyonce. He has, children. And he's living a financially free life, and he seems to be doing very well. Like, he's liberated. So that's a great example of someone. And then the reason why I know it's Lucifer that he has his pact with is he's got a history for, in his music. He has a song named Lucifer. And then there's this one song that if you play it reverse, and I actually have done this, and it really does say this, it says 6666 murder Jesus. So, to most mundane people, that sounds very scary, right? When I first heard it 7 years ago, I was terrified. But now that I've, dove into the occult and studied these things, I realize what he's really saying behind that. He's saying, fuck society, fuck the traps that they're trying to lead you in. There's real power out there. There's real knowledge out there, but we're being distracted from that on purpose by people that are aware and tuned into this knowledge. You get what I'm saying? So I know he works with Lucifer. And then another person is Drake. Drake is one of the most influential, if not the most influential artist in hip hop right now. He's definitely a legend, and you can tell he takes care of himself. Like he's healthy, and he's known as the Six God. Six. And these are all signs. These are all signs that they're sharing with you. But he's also known. You guys know Drake. I mean, he's not the kind of guy that gets too involved with drama. He's pretty self-liberated. He sees people try to send shots at him. Every once in a while he might throw a little elbow, but he realizes the power that he has, and he realizes the power that works with him. And they take care of it for him. You get what I'm saying? He knows the power of the mind. He knows the power of the spirit, and he uses that to his benefit. He leverages that. So let's say there's this person that's giving me a hard time at work. Rather than feeling like I have to, make a million diss tracks about them or talk shit about them to other people to make myself feel good, I can just know that I'm in touch with higher powers and higher forces, and they'll take care of it for me. I don't even need to pay attention to it. Matter of fact, the quicker I can forget about that fucking person, the faster their life's gonna get fucked up because they're trying me. That's that kind of shit. And how did it manifest for Drake? I mean, this guy is one of the top, absolutely one of the top artists in the game right now. And he seems very, once again, very liberated. Doesn't really boast too much, just kind of does his own thing. People will say, oh, Drake did this. Drake's all emotional. He had that whole thing where people were talking about him. And he kind of just did his thing, It's like he was in touch with his emotions. He vented it out. He didn't give a fuck. Kept doing what he does and, hit the top. Stayed consistent with it. So those are two artists that I'm going to give an example that have actually made contracts with the devil. I can guarantee it. Now, I don't know how many devils they may have contracts with. I don't know how much they practice witchcraft. I don't know how involved they are with it. I don't know. I mean, all I know is that when you open these gates to let these spirits in and work with you and work through you and transform you, those gates are never going to be closed. And if you are trying to self-liberate yourself and you're hungry for knowledge and you stay consistent and you trust your intuition, you trust these guides around you, you trust your higher self, then they're forever going to work in your life. And they're just going to influence you in the most subtle and unsubtle ways. So that's pretty much dispelling this whole every celebrity selling their soul. Like people were talking about, it's so crazy. Like I see people talking about like all these celebrities that are just kind of living like junkies, right? They're living like junkies. And I'm not going to say the names of them, but they're living like junkies. And people think they sold their soul. When really these celebrities that people are thinking they sold their soul, are going through some tough shit, right? They're trying to be able to understand their own self spiritually. They're trying to understand what their higher self is. They're trying to figure out what their daemon is. They're trying to get in touch with these beings, but they're living these crazy addicted lifestyles that it's preventing them from doing that. But people think that they sold their soul just because they're throwing up these signs. Just because you throw up signs doesn't mean that you sold your soul. It means that you're being influenced. You're being influenced by Satanism or demonic powers that they might be getting possessed for sure. I mean, I know that for a fact. I'm sure demons are constantly possessing them, but it's up to the person and their willpower and their seriousness and their hunger for success to be able to say, all right, look, man, I'm doing too much lean. I'm smoking too much. I'm drinking too much. I'm hanging out with the wrong people too much. I'm having sex too much. I need to focus on my fucking work. Like the real shit. Like how can I evolve myself? How can I fucking get to that next level? And that's the shit that Drake and Jay-Z are more attuned to. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, so other than that, that's just dispelling that whole mythos. So I'm gonna leave it there. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell because I'm posting videos as often as I can. If you drop down in the first link on the top, you're gonna see a link to my sigil merch. So basically it's a shirt with a sigil on it, very powerful sigil. Okay, it's an occult sigil, a hidden sigil that resonates with everyone's unconscious and subconscious mind. Very powerful. So check that out, and then the link below that's going to take you to my Facebook community page. So join that, and if I feel like you're a good fit, then I'll accept you into the group. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day or night wherever you're at, and I'm gonna catch you later. Peace.